Hey developers, and welcome back to another video of the Node.js REST API series. As I promised with you in the previous video that I will make a video to make this application more secure using the .env file. So in this video, what we're going to do, we're going to make this application more secure and production ready by adding a .env file and shifting any sensitive information to the .env file, and we will make this application to be able to connect with the .env file and get the credentials from the .env file. So without wasting time, let's get started. So to make this application secure and to actually create a .env file and to make the server.js file and database.js file to be able to connect with the .env file and get the credentials actually from the .env file. So we need a package that is called the .env. So we can find the .env package from the npm.js official website. We can go to the Chrome and go to the npm.js official website, where we will just type .env. So the .env package is used to create .env file and to get data from the .env file. So we will just scroll down here and just copy this command, go to the VS Code, and we're going to just open the terminal. Actually, the server is running inside this terminal. We're going to open another terminal here, and we're going to install this package. We can go to the documentation and just come down here. We're going to go with the ES6 syntax, and we're going to just copy paste this inside our server.js file. So now we are able to use the .env variables inside our JS files. But first of all, we have to create a .env file. So for that, open the terminal and type .env. Touch.env will create a file with the name .env. So this file will contain all of the sensitive information about your application. Just go to the database. So here currently now we have the sensitive information like host, user, and database. We don't have actually the password because I'm using MySQL on the local host for development. So the password for that is just nothing. It's no password for the MySQL on localhost for development, and the user is root. So we will go to the .env file, and here we will just create some variables. So the env variables, you can just add the variables in lowercase and uppercase, but I like to add and create the env variables in uppercases. So what we're going to do, we're going to just add db host, and this will be equal to localhost. We're going to just copy paste this 2 times, and we're going to just change this host to username, and this will be root. And we're gonna just change this database table, or we're gonna just call it db name, not the table, and it will be nodejs test. So now we have added the database data inside the .env file. So how we're gonna get this data inside the database.js file? We're gonna remove these informations from here, and now here we're gonna need a function. We're going to go to the same documentation, and in order to get and fetch data from the .env file, so we're going to go and scroll down here, and here is the method that is used to fetch data from the .env file. We're going to use the process.env function, which process the env variables and make us able to read the variables and fetch the variables inside the JS files. So we're going to use process.env.db host, and below that we're going to do the same thing. We're going to just copy paste these variables. We're going to just change this to username, and the below one will be database name. So actually these variables represents the data which is inside the .env file, the db name, db username, and db host. So now let's just come to the terminal and see if there is any error. So the terminal is okay and we're good to go. Now let's just go and run some API requests inside the Postman so that we get to know that everything is working or not. So just clear the response and send this again. Okay, so it's taking a bit of time, and that's the indication of some error inside the server. So we're gonna go to the VS Code. Okay, so there was some issue with the .env package, and I was unable to get and fetch data from the .env file. The issue was that I was importing the .env package inside the server.js file where I don't need that, and I should import the .env package inside the database.js file where I need the package. And here now we just have changed the data with the process.env. So the process.env does what? It processes the variables from the .env file, and it makes the variables available to you using this function inside any file of your application. So we are getting the db host, the db username, and the db name from the .env file. Now what we're going to do, we're going to just go to the postman, and we're going to just test these API requests as we tested previously in the previous videos. So we're going to just test these. We're going to just press on send, and as you can see, we are getting successful response and the data has been added to the database. If we go to the post method and just clear the response, press on send, we are getting 201 successful response. If you go to update, clear the response, send the data, we are getting successful response. And if we go to the delete method, clear the response, and hopefully it will send successful response. And as you can see, we are getting successful response. So this was all about securing your application with the .env file, because the production ready application contains a lot of API keys, secret keys, and database credentials. So this was all about securing an application using the .env file, installing the .env package, and interacting with the .env package and the .env file using the process.env method. So if you like the video, subscribe to my channel, keep supporting, and stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.